I embarked on my solo journey under the guise of searching for peace and clarity. Yet deep down, I knew the real reason. I wanted to escape David. Not because he had done anything wrong, far from it. His devotion was steadfast, unrelenting, almost suffocating in its constancy. Cutting off contact before I left wasn't about needing space. It was about asserting control, testing his patience, imagining that he would wait for me. Loyal, forgiving, desperate to cling to what we had shared. The first few days away were intoxicating. No calls, no messages, no one tracking where I went or what I was doing. Nights stretched on endlessly, filled with laughter, drinks, and passing acquaintances who knew nothing of my life back home. I savored the thrill of anonymity, certain that David's love would anchor him, that he would remain faithful, predictable, and waiting. Then, one evening, I unblocked my social media for a brief check and froze. His profile was gone, vanished. No shared photos, no trace of the years we had spent together. I shrugged it off, blaming sulking, pouring myself another drink, laughing at the growing knot of unease in my chest. What I didn't realize was that David had already taken his own decisive action. When my plane finally touched down, I imagined our reunion in vivid detail. His relieved smile, the warmth of forgiveness, the quiet acknowledgement that our bond could survive anything. But as I crossed the threshold of our home, certainty dissolved. The house was stripped bare, furniture gone, closets empty, walls devoid of the photos and mementos that had defined us. David hadn't just left, he had erased every trace of himself. I tried calling him, emailing him, anything. Silence answered at every turn, numbers were disconnected, emails bounced, panic took hold. This wasn't an impulsive act, no fleeting temper. David had vanished, systematically removing himself from every part of our shared life, accounts, bills, belongings, as if he had never existed. I turned to my parents for comfort, only to find their faces hard and unforgiving. David had visited them calmly, explaining everything, how I had blocked him, abandoned our life under the pretense of self-discovery, betrayed his trust. Their verdict was mercilessly clear. You let a good man walk away. Even my friends, those I had counted on, saw through the facade I had built. Photos I thought private had circulated, revealing a truth far harsher than I had imagined. I hadn't been a free spirit. I had been a wife who exchanged years of devotion for a fleeting thrill. Weeks blurred together in silence, each day heavier than the last. I clung to hope, imagining David might reach out, that he might grant one last chance to salvage what I had carelessly discarded. But the silence never broke. Absolute, unforgiving, and more painful than any confrontation could have been. The final blow arrived one afternoon in the form of divorce papers, clinical, precise, no letters, no explanations, just the undeniable truth that our marriage was over. My hands trembled as I signed, feeling the full weight of my arrogance and the consequences of my actions. I had pushed away the one person who would have stood by me through everything. Now the house echoed with emptiness, each step a reminder of my mistake. I had assumed David's devotion was unshakable, that it could endure my thoughtlessness. I was wrong. He left quietly, without confrontation, without drama. That silent disappearance is what haunts me most. My journey had shown me the illusion of freedom, but the cost was staggering. A life utterly alone with no one to blame but myself.